Your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is the Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Friday, February the 12th, birthday of the definitive Wednesday Addams, Christina Ricci, along with director Darren Aronofsky, Thanos himself, Josh Brolin, action icon Michael Ironside, and the Raid star Iko Uwais. The iconic comedy Groundhog Day opened on this day back in 1993, while the first Percy Jackson and the Olympians movie The Lightning Thief was released in 2010, and Ryan Reynolds brought maximum effort with the arrival of Deadpool today in 2016. Today in 2021 though, here's the news. Co-director of Avengers Endgame, Joe Russo has said that his forthcoming live-action Hercules is being developed as a franchise. The feature, which will be an adaptation of Disney's 1997 animated classic, is currently early in production, with Russo recently telling the Lights Camera Barstool podcast that the first draft of the script by Wonder Woman 1984 writer Dave Callahan was due this week. According to the co-director, a lot of time and care has been taken with the project, in large part because of the strong emotional connection he himself has to the original, as it's a film he shared with his children. But as with all four-quadrant blockbusters in 2021, the idea of simply creating one film isn't enough, and Russo confirmed that he and his brother were working with Disney to conceptualize the project as part of a franchise. Said Russo, "Our intention is to look at everything we do and think about how we can build it out. So we're going through that same exercise with Hercules. Can we build a world out of this?" Russo, who's presently doing press for the upcoming dramatic thriller Cherry, doubled down on the franchise mindset by stating that he believes that's what audiences are craving, and that people want to see something, quote, really cool that they can get lost in for a decade. So get ready for Hercules Homecoming and Zeus the Dark World, I suppose. Cherry, meanwhile, which stars Tom Holland as a disenfranchised army vet who resorts to robbing banks to support his opioid addiction, is due for a digital release on the 12th of March.
How'd you get mixed up with the...
Pinhead with hooves? Well, you know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours.
Oscar nominee Florence Pugh has signed on to lead Apple's sci-fi courtroom drama Dolly. The movie, which is currently without a director or completed script, was part of a fierce bidding war between studios that Apple won earlier this week. Based on Elizabeth Bear's short story, the movie's set in the far future and follows a robotic sex doll that kills its owner, and who then shocks the world by claiming that she isn't guilty and requires a lawyer. Pugh was Oscar nominated for her role in Greta Gerwig's Little Women, and can next be seen in Marvel's Black Widow, which is eyeing a May 7th debut.
No.
Yes.
No. Lori.
What?
You're being mean.
What?
Stop
How am I
it.
being
Stop
mean?
it. I have been second to Joe my whole life in everything. And I will not be the person you settle for just because you cannot have her. I won't do it.
And finally, Godzilla vs. Kong director Adam Wingard is set to reimagine John Woo's 90s actioner classic Face Off for Paramount. The film itself was announced last year, with a screenplay set to be penned by the Cloverfield Paradox's Oren Uziel. It's now been made clear by sources close to the project that Uziel's script has been scrapped, and that Wingard will be writing a new screenplay from scratch with frequent collaborator Simon Barrett. The original film followed John Travolta's FBI agent Sean Archer, who undergoes plastic surgery to impersonate and capture his son's killer, Nicolas Cage's terrorist Castor Troy. Things go awry, however, when Castor himself undergoes plastic surgery to look like Archer, and thus begins one of the silliest and most gloriously choreographed games of cat and mouse ever put to screen. Wingard is expected to begin production on the feature in earnest once promotions have completed for his forthcoming kaiju battle royale, Godzilla vs. Kong, which will drop on March 31st. No release date for the Face Off reboot has been finalized.
How is it that you know so much about Sean Archer?
I sleep with his wife.
Movie subscribers can see Zazie Beetz and Kathy Yann's Dead Pigs from today, while Netflix are adding Barbie Princess Adventures, Zico's Journey, and To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Always and Forever. And Amazon Prime adds teen time loop romance Map of Tiny Perfect Things to their library. On Freeview tonight, break out the tissues for The Notebook on BBC One, while Lady Macbeth's on BBC Two, Knocked Up's on ITV2, Jaws 2 continues ITV4's bizarre franchise broadcast order, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance and Anaconda are on 5-Star, City Slickers, The Martian and Ex Machina are on Film 4, A League of Their Own, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Closer and A Single Man are on Sony Movies, and the Sky Cinema and Now TV premiere for today is the animated adventure Dragon Rider. This has been the Daily Reel for Friday, February the 12th. Have a great weekend, stay safe, keep it cinematic, and we'll see you Monday.
The Daily Reel is a Candystore production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.